Hi guys, my name is Ashley Stewart and I am the apathetic author. I was tagged by my friend Katie McGregor to do the AuthorTube newbie tag. So past couple of days have been kind of nuts. My computer crashed. Yay! I'm in the middle of this big snowstorm, so I lost power all day yesterday. But I am bound and determined to make this damn video, so y'all get the shitty cell phone video rather than the good one with my computer. So I guess I'll get started. The first question is, how did you find out about AuthorTube? I just said, you know, I just joined the writer community on Twitter, and I found a critique partner, alpha reader, in Katie McGregor. Hi, Kaden! So he did his first video a little while ago and inspired me to do mine. So here we are. What genres do you write in? Currently, I'm doing post-apocalyptic science fiction. I got into it around 2009 when the whole zombie thing became popular. I kind of got away from the zombies and started focusing more on, you know, actual survival skills and human interactions. What is your preferred writing tense, POV, and category of story? I tend to stick to third-person limited, which is kind of the safe zone, I guess. But I have a really bad habit of head hopping, so I'm constantly going behind myself and fixing it. I prefer to write adult fiction, mostly because I have a great affinity for the word fuck in all of its many variations. It's a fun word. I do have an idea for a young adult screenplay, though. I mostly do, you know, novels and short stories, but I had this idea for a movie, and it's on the back burner, but it's still there. Are you a plotter, a pantser, or a plantser? Okay, first of all, I hate those terms. I think they sound ridiculous and silly, and it sounds really ridiculous, I think, coming from hearing an industry professional use the word like plantser. I don't know. But for the sake of the question, I'd like to think that I'm a pantser, but I always get my POVs tangled up and my timeline's all mixed up, and I end up having to go back and outline it and fix it. And you guys, I hate outlining so much. So very much. Are you self-published, traditionally published, or yet to be? I'm self-published. That is a story for another video, another day. Long story short, I went through a vanity press and put out a book that absolutely was not ready to go out. And now I'm kind of backtracking. I'm rewriting the book. It's turned into a completely different monster. And I'm hoping to start querying agents sometime next year. So, what is your dream publishing company or agent? This past November, I went to the North Carolina Writers Network Fall Conference, and I spoke with 2 publishers. Both of them expressed interest in my book, pending major rewrites. They suggested adding, you know, a whole lot more words. My book was way too short. The ending needed to be different. All of it was good advice. So that's what I'm working on, and restructuring my book and starting from scratch, basically. But those are going to be my first 2. My first 2 queries. Number 7. Oh, I'm going to do that one last. I'm going to skip that one. Number 8. When did you start writing? I started in high school. When I was in elementary and middle school, I really wanted to be a paleontologist or a marine biologist. And then I realized I'm really, really bad at math. Really bad. And science. So I started writing stories instead. And found out I'm pretty damn good at it, I guess. What was the first story you ever wrote? My first story was this epically long high fantasy. When I mean long, I mean it was a 3-inch binder that wouldn't close properly because it was all handwritten. And it followed these 6 teenagers that had elemental powers, you know, fire and water and all that. There was a witch and a vampire, and I think there was an invisible dragon in there somewhere. I don't know. That was a long time ago. I didn't have a whole lot of friends when I was in school, so my characters were my friends. And so it was a very long, meandering, plotless story, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. Geez, how many questions are there? What number is this? Here's number 10. What authors have inspired your writing the most? My idol is William Forstchen. And his series, 1 Second After, is what his is. It's an apocalyptic story. It takes place, 1 second after the world ends. So his story inspired me to write mine. And of course, Robert Kirkman and The Walking Dead. Please don't get me started on The Walking Dead. I love The Walking Dead, but I'm very mad for what they did to Carl. Sorry. I also draw a lot of inspiration from the real melancholy beauty of Emily Dickinson and Edgar Allan Poe. Do you schedule your writing sessions or just write when you can? I used to just write when I could, and that's why my first draft took me 2 years. So now that I'm really focused on my career, I've scheduled with my day job. I worked with my boss to get Mondays and Tuesdays off. So I have with that Sunday, I have 3 solid days to sit down and write. And then I spend the rest of the week brainstorming and plotting and that kind of stuff. Do you type on a computer or write by hand, or both, and where do you do it? I've said this before and I will say it again. You can pry my notebooks out of my cold, dead, arthritic hands, okay? I love my notebooks. I use them during the week when I'm at work or wherever else to take notes and, write stuff, because I have a bad memory. I forget everything. So, scenes I've come up with that I don't want to forget, or taking notes, that kind of thing. If I'm actually putting down content, I type it, because I'm only going to write it once. I'm going to have to type it up anyway. I'm not going to handwrite it and then do it all over again. What are you looking forward to now that you're part of AuthorTube? Part of this is overcoming my social anxiety. I don't do this shit very well at all. So I'm looking forward to, overcoming that. I'm looking forward to building my platform and interacting with my followers and my readers, and really being involved in the writers community. Let me go back and do that other question that I skipped. What AuthorTube videos can we expect to find on your channel? So my channel is called The Apathetic Author. So don't expect to find those really bright and chipper videos about 15 ways to develop your characters and all that. No, I can't do that. I don't have the energy to do that. So this is really going to be more of a vlog, kind of chronicling my journey through this whole process. So that's me. I'm going to open up a poll on my Twitter to see what video you guys want me to do next. I've got a few lined up. I'm going to tell y'all the story, the horror story, my Vanity Press horror story. I'd like to do a Q&A with my Twitter followers. Maybe do interviews with some of the other AuthorTubers like Signet Brown or Caden McGregor. I think I've got my friend Chimp Fingers talked into doing this. I better see something out of you. So please remember to like my video, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is Bowandbat, BOWANDBAT. I'm hungry, so I'm gonna go eat some tater tots, and I will find a better sign off. Bye guys.